Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we working on a Craftsman push mower. It has a Briggs & Stratton Platinum engine series, a 7.25. It's a 163cc. It's one of the motors where they say you don't change oil, you just check and add. Anyways, they were using it the last time they were using it, it started smoking really bad and I just up and quit. And they just brought it in here and I put it on the table here and I checked the oil and it's way up here and full is way down there. So they put way too much oil in there. We're just gonna give it a good tune up, clean the carburetor out, put a new filter on there and sharpen the blade and everything. So hope you enjoy the video. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pump out that oil. You can see it's way up here. It's supposed to be way down there. It's nice clean oil. They only take like half a quart. Some of these take 16 ounces, some take 20 ounces. We'll let that vacuum out and we'll start over here and take the air filter assembly off and take the carburetor. Just make sure the carburetor is nice and clean. We're gonna drain the tank, the gas tank, clean that all up too. Got all the oil out of there. So we're gonna go ahead and take this top off. Take some of our Torx, a T20 here. We got this off because that's what holds the gas tank down. I'm gonna have to get out of the way so we can get to the carburetor too. So it's a lot easier to just take the top off. And that air filter is soaked with oil, plus it's full of grass. Finish taking the top of this, take the recoil assembly off. 5/16. And there's three bolts to take that off. And there's two little clips here where the gas tank fits in there. Then to take that air filter base off the carburetor, you need a 5/16 socket and a 9/32 socket because there's two screws that are 9/32, two are 5/16. And them two are 9/32. And the carburetor just plumb full of gas. Grab a pair of pliers and take that clamp off the fuel line from the gas tank to the carburetor. There we go. You gotta want to break the seal loose because that carburetor is made out of plastic. You don't want to break that inlet nipple off. There we go. Take that automatic choke rod off, then the governor rod off. And this happens a lot too when you pull it off. I'm gonna put this O-ring back in here. And this is your plastic clip that holds in there to make sure it clicks. And that one seals it up against the intake. I'm gonna blow this off before we tear it apart because it's full of grass and everything. Well, there's water in the gas because you see all them bubbles. I mean, you see the camera, there's bubbles all over in there. Okay, there's two screws on the bottom to take the bowl off, and they're 9/32. And this bowl's kind of pressed in there, so we need like a flat screwdriver to gently pry it apart. So you gotta be careful, it's all plastic. As you can see, there's a lot of water in there. Okay. The main jet is right here. I like take a little piece of wire. I like using flywheel brake cable. When they get bad, you can unbraid them and they work just perfect. Get that in there and make sure it's nice and clean. Carburetor cleaner. Blow that out real good. Okay, when we put this back together again, where this main jet is, there's an indent in the bowl right there. That goes just like that. You don't want to put it like that. Put it like that. And just gently put it back together again. You don't over torque them. Like I said, it's plastic. So the carburetor should be all ready to go back on here. So we'll put our governor linkage on there. You gotta be careful so you don't bend this automatic choke rod, or else it won't. The choke won't work properly. And just press into place. Make sure everything's working good. Get our base. Put the vent tube on top. I'm just gonna set that there for now because I want to blow out the gas tank. I might need to slide this back off, put that clamp on, because like I said, this bar right here is kind of in the way of everything. I'm gonna blow this gas tank out. Make sure there's no water beads in there or anything. Okay, the gas tank's nice and clean. So I'm gonna slide this back off. Slide the gas tank down them two little slots. I'll use a 5/16 socket. Put these two in. Okay, before I put the top of this top housing on here, let's go ahead and change that plug. I need a 5/8 socket spark plug and a pair of pliers to twist that boot off. I know it's going to be black the way that air filter was all packed up, but how much oil was in the crankcase? See, it's oil soaked. So we'll grab a new plug, and I'm gonna grab 16 ounces of SAE 30 weight motor oil. Got our new Briggs & Stratton spark plug here. Gap it real quick. Put some fresh 30 weight oil in here. Putting 16 ounces in, and we'll check it. Some of these take 20 ounces, but the majority of them take 16. We'll check that before we start it. I imagine when we first start it up, it's probably going to smoke a little bit. It's probably going to burn all that oil out of the muffler. So it might smoke a little bit when we first start it, but it should quit. Push down there till it clicks. When you know it's sealed. Plastic. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and get a new air filter. I'm gonna check out that blade on the bottom of this thing real quick. See if it just needs a sharpening or needs to be replaced. One of the two. Well, look at that. The blade's upside down. See the wings? They're pointing down. The blade side feels actually sharp. Just it ain't cutting nothing. Yeah, but the blade's on upside down. And what is that? A 9/16 on that one? That's going to improve the cutting performance of this thing 100%. Getting that blade flipped the right way around. But on lawnmower, wings always go up in the deck. It was like this. It needs to be like this. It's kind of sharp, but I'm just going to touch it up real quick. Hey, look at that now. That's going to need some cutting. There's going to be less pull on the motor too. Okay, we cleaned the gas tank, we cleaned the carburetor, and it was leaking gas out from the carburetor because water was around the needle and the seat and everything. So I cleaned everything up, but we're just going to put the gas in now before I put the air filter on there, just make sure it's not leaking. So we don't want to ruin that new air filter. And we'll put the new filter on there, take it off the table, and see what it does. All I use around here is premium. It says in the cap, use E0 or E10. I don't even use E10 on lawnmowers. And it has a cross across the E15 and E85. If you own a lawnmower, you want it to last a long time, spend a few cents more a gallon and put premium in it. Okay, I'll let that sit about 5 minutes, and in the meantime, I'll go get the new filter, and we'll put it on the ground and see if it starts. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. It's nice and dry in there, so that's what it was, just water around the needle and seat. Put a brand new air filter on there. 2 bottom clips go in them 2 holes in the bottom. And it just clicks into place. So let's take this off the table and see if she runs. There's no primer button on it because it has an automatic choke on it. All right, well, there you go. Like I said, there's oil in the muffler. So that smoke poofed out there, but it quit smoking once the muffler got hot. But hope this video helps you out. Appreciate you watching my videos. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyways, you have a good afternoon.